Good morning, friends. Manny Cabrera from MDC Trading Academy with our pre-market forecast and preview of the week for today, Monday, September 30th, last day of October. Let's quickly jump into our news items for the week. It looks like a heavy news week, but really you have a lot of people speaking, a lot of the FOMC members speaking. That doesn't have any value to us in reference to our trading. The only one that really need to watch is the one on Friday, which is Fed Chair Powell speaking at 2 o'clock. Okay, so that's one we gotta keep. But for today, we start off with our Chicago PMI 945. Very tricky report. So keep your eyes open on for that one. And then we jump into Tuesday where we have the at 10 a.m. the ISM manufacturing, and then on Wednesday we have crude and ADP non-farms. As you can see, we have quite a few reports that do happen before 9:30, but they do are heavy impacts that may affect the market for longer than just when they're reported, particularly the unemployment rate. So let's keep our eyes open on those reports. Let's quickly jump to our analysis here, our forecast with our daily look at our daily chart. And as we can see, the market is in the midst of a very rangy and contracted consolidation. We finally bounced off the 200 SMA with an inside bar today. This is going to decide a lot. Today, I was doing some analysis last evening and I realized that from this run, the origination of the run that took us to the all time high from this day here back in June all the way to the all time highs here, there's a Fibonacci that I did. You see these numbers 38, 50, and 61. I did a fib from this run here to here just to see if I find some confluence. You can see there's a lot of confluence right particularly here where I drew this with the 38 of the overall and this 50 of the current run. So here, there's a lot of confluence here on this trend line to the upside. If the market breaks that, it's a very solid confluence there. If the market breaks there, we're going to move way lower, particularly down to this area here, which we've been actually keeping an eye on this area for a long time. There we find this resist support level plus the 200 SMA. Reference to volume, volume has increased significantly. We are at over 1 million, which is great. Remember, we're always looking for at least 1.1 and 14 and ATR. ATR has been holding strong, and volume is coming back beginning October. Remember, October is historically a month that where markets tend to move lower. We do have some areas where the market can move lower. Let's see if we're able to either move up or move down today based on this huge bar that we had here on Friday. So let's look at our projection chart here. I have a higher term chart here, and what we see here is a real tight compression that dates back to way back when, but we have a huge support trend line bouncing off this area here. Plus, we also have this resistance triangle here. So basically, typically, you know how it works. These types of triangles tend to run and eventually break with a lot of strength and volume. So that's what we're seeing in the short term. So we're going to be moving somewhere along in here. And if I'm not mistaken, that's probably in reference to the high and low that we established on Friday with that huge bar. We go to our analysis chart here. And as you can see here, there it is. We did have a gap. Gap was filled. We have an inside day between yesterday's Friday's high and intraday low. We started a trend line right off the bottom here. Market is just suspended in midair. Where is the market going to go? Well, let me look at it closely here on our trade chart here. We can see a little bit more clearly here. We have broken this resistance trend line to the downside. We have broken through it now, established a top, and we do have a bottom here. So potentially what can happen is the market can come a little bit lower, use this area here that used to be resistance as support before it continues. The market is looking for a bottom. It has the top established. Right now it's looking for its true bottom after the runs. Remember, after every run, we get a top. Now the market is looking for a bottom for potential consolidation. And then from that point forward, the market's going to decide whether it wants to continue to the upside or move lower. Whichever way it goes, we have our targets already ahead of us. The intraday high would be our next logical target here. And if it breaks lower, then our next potential target is going to be the intraday low from yesterday. Just keep your eyes open on the development of this particular consolidation. pull the trigger without reservations and keep your stops behind key areas. Take care. Have a great trading session.